Right. Good morning, folks. It's 10:31 a.m. on the 27th day of August, 2022. What you see here is a capture I did a couple hours ago when I did a live video sitting in the garden. I came inside and showed you guys what was on my screen from Windy on Access. So I'm gonna go do the live video, and I should have done it immediately, but I'm glad I didn't. And I turn on it now, and I see the same axis, right? Same 10 days, changed their forecast. Suddenly, it's not the inundation all the way from here to here. I think somebody's lying to you. I think the weather plan is not telling you the plan. And I think honesty occurs in forms like this sometimes. So I'm going to let this run. Anybody who's comments over here, you about to be on candid camera. I'm going to let this run, but the sound will be off. And you can see here, there's very heavy amounts, and you'll see flashes of, because this nasty bar has appeared over the top of my object of prepositions again. So it might be restart my computer will fix it. And you can see here, they've got a big heavy band going inland, and I'm going to focus in on it. It's quite far, actually. And then within a couple hours, this data is gone. They kept everything else on. You see this here? This is extremely heavy amounts. I'm going to try to catch it. Because some of the totals appear very quickly. You'll see them. See? You see as I zoomed around on numbers, some up near 300, 290s, right? And that nasty bar appears again, right? Well, they start showing that now. Now they're showing this. This is what they're showing now. Within hours. And they've actually brought a heavier line down towards Sydney. I told you, from here down, this is very, very volatile. And I'm going to go through a forecast on it. Now they changed their numbers within that amount of time. They don't want no warning, I don't think. I think they're trying to traumatize you to leave. Kind of trauma that you're just tired of this kind of stuff going on, and you'll just leave and make you want to take a deal to leave your house. I think it's a Pavlovian response. Trauma, reward. Trauma, reward. Your reward is getting back home. Oh, that looked like a wolf mouth. You guys are going to cop it. I have never, ever in my life seen a redirection of a river of moisture be used for such harm. And it's not, I wish I'd have done this one a bit better, but I'm glad I did what I did. So I'll let you continue. Watch these numbers. It was never taking the line of rain that far down towards Sydney, right? They said nothing, right? And now they say something. We're going to have to add together all this stuff they're telling us to see. This is one of the biggest flood events ever created across an entire nation. And this is like if a piece of the United States floods up at this amount, like a quarter of the U.S., everybody's, oh my God, but this is from here to here. And this area is very flat. And I'm very, very concerned for the areas through here. So I'm just going to go forecast on your ass. They had this heavy line with 200 mils of rain going through Double, Murray. This is what they said when I looked at this earlier. You know, I'm very upset when I see data hidden. You ain't hide it because I got it on record. Boy, I'm glad I got up and did that. See, they said nothing for y'all. Doo-doo. Just rain. Normal rain. As I'm zipping around. Hit the GFS. Hit the access. Different. It's an oh my God. I called this many days ago. The pressures clearly say this can happen. So I'm letting this roll. You see 68 there. See if we can catch some of these numbers that they hiding from you. See, that's what it was a few ago, they said nothing. The GFS is more short term. But even when I go short term on that, and I'll click through the numbers, right? I'm going to go over this because half my screen is missing. Boom. Then they hit another, and they said that. Nothing heavy. Access says honesty. They're bringing a cyclone down on top of you. It's right through the Vanuatu Express. They're bringing one from the other side of the country, and they're bringing one up through the Bight. When all these meet, this is going to be a hard one to deal with. And then there's a big picture of my nose. Yeah, isn't that nice? Let me see if we can get a total up here so I can continually bust their balls with this image. That'll do. It kind of does pretty well there, Dorigo. That's where all your waterfalls are. Love the pictures I get for that. What happened? Come on, rotate. Did you see? Okay, I'll just leave that up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot that. Just to show you they're lying to you. Under pressure. Yeah, I just screenshot it. Hope I didn't zoom everything off. Oh well. Amen. Thank you. Yeah, these are very, very heavy numbers through here. And these dishbowl shapes and your Mount Warning and all them was bad. And now they tell you, no, it's not. It's safe. Everything good. Go back to your homes, Lismore. Remember when they told you that? Matter of fact, right around here was just shy on 300 mils of rain over a 10-day period. So many on this particular excess one. And now it's gone. That quickly. Your data could get erased. Something picked up on it. I told you I was going to come show it. Well, you know, I can't come show it. Because I saved my data. I got it rolling. There it is. There it ain't. That's a different one. But it was exactly this one. This one no longer matches. So I say, bullshit. Let's do a forecast. Right? This is what we deserve. So let's put some pressures in. And let's have a look. Weather plans are engineered. Where are your 14s for today? Let's go with rain and thunder and pressure. Doink. Not accumulations. Let's go with the single drop. I think you're going to get more than one drop. And this is busting my ball. I do not like what they just did. Thank you. Why do I need this shit up there? Accumulations. Here we go. And now for your weather plan flooding of Australia. Done in universal time. Look at pressures. Right, let's turn some of this particle animations. And let's have a look and see. Right, high dog here and here. This one will dominate its flow this way. This is lower than that. 63 down here. What are the numbers? It's not happy with me. Slow it down then. Slow. Is it running? I see a red light. Yep, looks like it's running. Create another. Right, how are they going to move the moisture down is the big, big question. Where is it all? So to find that, this one's acting really funny today. My mouse ain't wanting to control nothing. Right, all your moisture's up here. Cold and moist down here. And this is very cold. Very, very cold. And when this cold air comes through this trough through here and meets this tropical air where the 14 line is running about through here currently, bringing it down and around in this direction. Yeah, no, this is a high in this direction. Low from this direction, spinning this way, kicking this down into that, and this one bringing it straight on into the express. And they're talking about 5 days, 6 days. What do you got parked off your coast? Data's very slow this morning. Yeah, that's very interesting. She's going to walk like a wheel along that line. This stalls out the bottom, pushes its moisture up to that side, hems it up, and deluges Australia on the western coast. Look at this. Wow. Oh, my God. That's a bad day to beat through Geraldton and all that. That's where all yours is coming from that day. I think there's going to be more than they're telling you. The pressure lean is here. The bubble up is here to here, right? Because these lows are so close to each other. And this will tend to mar that way. Where's the lean? The lean is all going this way. They got something really low over here. Right. Destroy this one. It throws the dynamics of all the storms in Australia in the southern hemisphere off. If somebody could target the low pressure under the Horn of South America, that would be great. That one there needs heating as well. I'm talking to some people out there that say they want to do some stuff to make my forecast wrong, and I want to help them. It's not super low on this one either, actually, but these ones down here are the key. That 39. That 39 is, yeah. That's the changer. Change that. Make that the same pressure as that will fuck this and this. That's the move. Okay, people were asking. That's my opinion. Localized people, target your next reds. Turn your devices toward them, see if we can't get some lightning brought down on them. Yeah, they want the rod of God, the armor of God. Well, there you go. If anybody has a harp device they want to use, hit here, right here for a harp. Yeah, target these, the base right here. Yep, that'll be the disruptor you need to stop the push that they're going to need to bring this down and in to do that. To do that, that day of that beam will happen about here to here. Right? It has to happen about there to bring that moisture in on Tuesday, my time, about 3 o'clock. Hey, we got our own stuff. We got our own toys. Ain't the only ones. Now I'm doing a look. This doesn't make any sense. Why did that flip down? That's important. These things don't move out of the way. This stalls. Until this moves, that can't. It'll just hem this moisture up, eventually squeeze that down, and it either goes up and around it, whoop, if this squeezes enough over. So it's very important what happens here. This is the key, actually, to the weather down here. Heat that and cool that, they're fucked. Throw the whole thing off. It should be all low pressure down there anyhow. It shouldn't be that hot. It's winter time in the Antarctic, and it should be cold. But as we're seeing, it was not. It was high pressure. This is a fuck, man. Everything's coming up and in. It's all coming up and in. This brings up the cold, and this kicks over the moist. Moist. It's more than moist, man. Look at the lightning associated with this line that's coming through here on Saturday afternoon your time on the 3rd. Do you remember? It's going to be a September to remember in Australia. That's fucking for sure. Right. Let's have a look now. This is bad. Right. Let's get that in some kind of view. So much crap on the screen. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Drink of water. Now that's some high quality H2O2. Look at that square over the Solomon Islands. A lot of electricity as they're working that down. It's telling me their beam swat's going to be here. There'll be some ships. Where are the ships from Fiji going to deploy? Are they going to be honest? Are we going to be honest here? Access was being pretty good. Let's see what they're doing. Now they say different. They say it ain't come in yet. All the guesses. I'm going by pressure. And this is just their weather plan. It kind of tips me off to look for beams. Dun, 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 dun. Big old flakes coming with some raindrops. Wintry mix. And it looks like Adelaide's about to get a pow on Monday. Smack! Oh my, look at that's that line I was talking about. And that thing's about 100 miles wide. And when this comes across Australia, it's going to flash flood. Yep, fills your streams. Ready to receive the water bucket that's coming. And the streams are already full, and the dams are at their absolute bendiness of collapse. Then the big water hits. If you don't let the water out of some of these dams now in anticipation of this event, you have no chance. No chance, and they'll blame the dam system. We need new damn dams. You know what they need? They need a bunch of John Claude Van Dams out there kicking some butt. It's Kumite time. You're blinded. Use your senses. Look at this line of shit suddenly popping up here on Monday the 29th. That's that day 7 when God does not rest. And look at the sickle move. It's a wiper. They're moving the wiper. Look down here. Whoosh. All that slinging, all that. My God, that's a wide branch of storms. Oh my God. Can you say tornado? When that splits apart and these flows go separate way, count on tornadoes. Count on heavy lightning, hail, damaging winds, downbursts, those type things associated with storms. Let me move this the atomizer. There we go. Ionizer. I'm bad with names today. All I know is it makes Liverpool tap water taste good. Yeah, that's doing something. Never forget to look at my face. Look at this storms here. Influences. Protests coming anywhere? Hi. Look at this storms coming. Hi. You're not standing in front of that state house. Hi. You're not standing in front of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Any of them anymore. Because people refusing to stand. Except for the few. The naughty nanas of Brisbane are my heroes. Yeah. Armed with chalk and megaphones and legal words, they will change the world. Go join them out there. What is wrong with you? Go get your picture taken with them. They'll be the ones they put on the coins later on. You know, they stood up for your rights when things went really wrong. Are you going to join them? Or are you going to wait for it to be popular and to be a song to go to the House of Parliament? You could still go to Canberra, and protest. You don't have to wait for it to be cool. Because it's still cool to be an active fist, to demand policies that represent you the way you want to be represented. And if you think it's okay to geoengineer this planet and do this kind of stuff, then go vote for that. And my vote will vote against yours on that. And then that's how that works. But if we don't ever try, we will never do. And when geoengineering is being sold as a good thing, in school strikes and things like that, being aimed towards the spraying of us like bugs, I'm just letting this roll. My God, that's a long, sustained event over the Northern Territory. See you in the NT, says the geoengineers. You are being cunted. See you in the NT. I've always wanted that shirt. Hint, hint. I should make one. It would just say, cunt you in the NT. We just say it. My God, and then the storm goes into Queensland. Roaring rivers and fucking all that shit if there's any rivers left. Be nice if they filled the Murray River back up and then left it that way. And maybe put the cod back and tell people don't go fishing for a while. That's a very heavy dual storm. Count on this being extremely bad and volatile over about an 8-hour period from here to here as it makes its way toward the coast. And as it interacts with the coastline coming out to here, this is when the electrics start. And this is where they're lying about the amounts. There's a big lie being told here. Big, big, big lie. Expect more rain than that. Doink. Nothing. Somebody's done. If all you use is this ECMWF, which is on the app, you ain't going to fucking get the real forecast. You got to look at them all, and then you got to look at the beams, you got to look at the pressures, and you got to look at the world itself and say, is it worth geoengineering to block sunlight when these things here are going to impact Harvey Bay, when they're going to impact Brisbane, in all these mountainous areas and all these streams flooding up, all ready to receive the next round from the geoengineering planning weather that you say is a conspiracy. You know what the conspiracy is? It's the cover-up. It's the hiding that something's going on. Seeing something going on is not a conspiracy. It's nice. It's honest. And then it goes out to sea, and more comes in across the other side. Well, here comes the double punch. And this one's going to meet one from the tropics about the same time. Right, that's the double punch. So that comes in and you get refund with, and should be about here. It's taking a while for this to catch up today. I need to see something. What's it like up here? We'll go to about this is what matters the most. You go to about 3,000 feet. What's the temperature like? That's your low cloud deck. That's your low feed. Right, it's cold. But there's a big difference. And these are important. Yeah, some tricks up my sleeve. What are we looking at 9,000? It's getting an equalize. You see how the temperatures as you go to some layers of the atmosphere equalize. And then they change again. That's where your chem is going in. See it? Yeah, you got a lot to learn to prove a lot of things. I needed to know that. That was important. I like surface temperature is important. New snows. Not many. Rain accumulation. Fucked. I told you guys he was fucked, and they even changed the forecast. They totally took out the area that was going to be devastated the most. Devastated the most. Totally being lied to. Totally. My hand covering that thing. That's annoying, isn't it? There we go. Oh. Oh. There you go. Look at the difference in this maps. Access 10-day there. A couple hours ago. Access 10-day now. Somebody's lying to you. What, did all this just suddenly go away? Get the fuck out of here. The weather plan says, Start singing, immediately. I would like, represent me, Come on. This is the deliberate flooding of an entire beautiful nation of people, and it's so fucking unfair. And I don't think I could show another minute of Right, it's not going to cooperate. Okay. So it didn't cooperate. So on that note, you're being lied to. They're tampering with the data very quickly. As soon as I showed that, they changed it. Feeling a little bit targeted, actually. Difference. Same access, same 10-day. Within hours changed. So we're going to react to this fully. I'll get you a better chem report later. It seems like some things are not cooperating. I'm persistent. Anybody knows me knows I'm very persistent. Aha! I ain't gave up yet. Straya! Let's see what's going on right now. Yeah, this is some fuckery going on here. Bzzz, getting fried. It's not a happy looking reef when you see microwaves being used on it. Would you like some cooked coral? How about a clownfish? Well, it's all calm on the Western Front. And as you get down near the bite over here to take a big bite of geoengineering, bzzz, getting fried, Straya style. And as we head toward Radelaide, you see a huge plume of chem bombs has been deployed off the coast. Yeah, streamers of death trickling out, various layers of the atmosphere refracting light different, saying that, hey, something's different in this mix than is in that mix. Boom, boom, boom went the plumes, and away goes your sunny day over here, and here. My gad, as it settles toward you, triangle delta formation right over here. Boom, 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 with a flower of death forming in the middle. Not quite edited out of the feed. My. As we hop along the country, a big plume of something got deployed over here. Pow! What a microwave dispersing all this chem on out, Radelaide, rattling your bones. Like a whole dildo in the sky these days, huh? Just have to spread your legs, aim up at the sky. It's coming. X marks the fucking spot. These are not naturally occurring cloud formations at Radelaide. Just not. That's chem bombs. That's a big arc of shit. That's an arc of shit. I wonder if I can get this to happen. You might see a pause, but I'm going to do it. Dun, dun, dun. Catch it quick. Maybe we can get this to load. Cities and coastal. Oh, it's dark out there. It's what it looks like inside the rabbit hole before you turn the light on. And turning the light on means telling the truth about things you know. Right, here we go. Australia is not being very cooperative. Infrared. Yeah, it's not being very happy. Usually I can get some motion out of it. Yep. All right. I really would like to show this. So let's do it. What I want to show is here. Right here. Right, and while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go to work. Computer runs like a top. The internet connection I just need to run a wire, which my dumb ass left in Liverpool. Here's why I don't have it. Yeah, it ain't those cables ain't cheap. Who the hell made an internet cable cost fucking £30 anyhow? Definitely boom, boom, plume here, 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 here. Quad formation. Editing out of the feed. Obviously here. Brush stroked out the clarity of the imagery. Chemtrail, chemtrail, chemtrail. Oh yeah, I'll keep going. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's it here. There's a big line of crap right here. What in the hell is going on here? You got a triangle formation with a center. Chem bombs suck. Very TRB pad looking, huh? When they got the center thing in the tray. Come on, military. You ain't hiding the skies what you're doing. The military industrial complex is not such a complex thing to understand what they do. They kill and they make money. Right? When your countries became corporations and actually listed as corporations, traded on stock markets, and somebody else owns your debt, look what I'm pointing at here. Go to NASA Worldview and look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chem bombs with a center point with a chemtrail coming out. Got an arc of them with a center point. You draw a line right to that from all of them. And they make sense as rays from a device or something shot off a platform. You ever see cluster bombs fired out of a freaking cruise missile or a drone? You think that technology can't be loaded up with aluminum, barium, strontiums, and various other nasties that we often find in soil and hair samples? You're fooling yourself. If you think the government's going to be honest with you about all the technology they have when they constantly say they're at war with somebody and they have to keep secrets, you're fooling yourself. Dr. Oppenheimer comes to mind. Well, my goodness. Look at frying you getting here. Bzzz. How you feeling out there? Feeling cooked? Feeling done? You medium rare yet? Here's the guy again with his dingus out leaning back. I don't want your green eggs and ham. It does. Looks like the green eggs and ham guy. So that's nice to see some of your estuaries there. Oasis coming to life. I just try to see some happiness. When I see some green, I try to think, hey man, there's some green. Boom, bada boom. These are all chem bomb plumes. Thousands and thousands and thousands of pellets of your tax dollars being blown up in the air over your heads. And you guys that went on them school strikes, did you know you were being led toward the Paris Accords, which wants to do this, wants to block the sunlight? And when I do that Harvey Bay talk for the peer group, I'm going to happily answer those type questions and show these. And these are chem bomb streamers. This is sickness mix. This is not healthy. What would you rather have, Mother Nature or motherfuckers in charge? You pick. I pick Mother Nature. And I'd rather be nurturing to my mother than smacking her down like this and that I hear going on in other people's lives. Would the kids go F you to their parents and stuff? What do you think they're going to do to the planet, to the big mother of them all? Well, I think this guy leaning back here, I think it's kind of cool, actually. It's very Dr. Seussy. It's Seussy. And isn't it kind of funny how these microwave lines here kind of match up to some of the things we're seeing here? With the honesty one. With the honesty one. You know, this line here matches up with this line here. See it? Can you be more blatantly obvious that microwaves are being used to perturb the atmosphere and energize it and stir up the chemical mixes in it, so when the storm comes through, it can very predictably make natural weather. If you look up in that corner, you can kind of give a quick comparison, side by side. See? There's your side-by-side. Kind of them chem lines, man. Right in them chem lines. Right in them streamers. See if we've loaded yet. Ah, yes. Oh, thank you on this. Boy, there's a bunch of shit going over up here. Chem bomb. Yep. Not good, not good at all. Setting up the storms. Boom, boom, plumes coming up and over the top. Boom! Right here. Look at that shit. You're breathing it. That's on the low deck. That falls out quicker. Look at electrical potential being whipped up by this. As this went over the top, the nucleation of that went up. Actually, the mix. Well, more bombs go off on that bombing deck. Pilot to bombardier, pilot to bombardier. I see some fresh air. Pilot to bombardier, get rid of the fresh air. That's what they're doing, man. They're poisoning you. And all I'm doing is showing you the gas chamber coming to you and catching a bunch of shit. Well, let's hope all these premium weather services decide to go unpremium if they could give a warning to save a life. Well, it looks like you got about 5 days to get your shit the fuck somewhere safe and onto high ground and protect your animals and livestock. And there's some people needing some hay up in Queensland. If anybody can help them out, contact me and they need it bad. Yeah, you got some animals going hungry because of this shit, and I can maybe get them a load of hay brought up. That would be great. Contact me. There you go, lass. I told you I'd say something. You and your family will be okay. Bombs. Look at this shit here. Right. Clusterfuck going off right here. It's not just microwaves. These are chem bombs. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, hello, you. I wasn't expecting that. You never know what to expect when it comes to the shadow nose. Right, big plumers of shit here. Big cluster. Yeah, you ever seen one of cluster bombs? You need to look at stuff like that. And one of them put out 700 payloads all at once in one area. Quickly blanket your asses or fall through the atmosphere. Yeah, I noticed. You notice this big square over here? I did. Have it, Gem Fields. A big bomb cluster going up here. That's not a string of grapes. Or maybe they'll give you hemorrhoids. I don't know. You sit on your ass too much and not being active. I'm going backwards just 10-minute jumps. Another clusterfuck here. I'm just looking at this one area here. Where are we? We're in that trough where the storms are really going to kick this week. So it's going to be a lot of electrical-y, potentially stuff there. Come on. Tell me where I am. Yeah, that's the trough. Wee-wah. That's the noise that the cake and the little rascals make that have the bubble in it. Wee-wah. They're always funny. I think I'll go find that and watch it today to have a laugh. Because if we don't have a laugh every day, why were we here? Chem bomb going off right there. Chem bomb. Chem bomb came and then they took away your clean skies. And then they sprayed something, and that's why Grandma died. Hey, Grandma died the day that you went along with a fucking rule that they stay behind a piece of glass at Christmas while you waved at them out a fucking window rather than smash the glass and take your grandma home. That's the day Grandma died, in my mind. What a fucking shame. Revolving doors of fucking sickness mix going by. Look at the wheels of shit here going over the tropics, brewing up the storm that's gonna come catch y'all about 5-6 days from now. What you're getting now is, I said, was coming. And the other one is coming is even worse. Even one cloud being made of toxins that kill one fucking animal in a stream is too much. Too much guilt for any human to take on board. And when lies like this are allowed to occur, where 300 mils of rain, predicted for 10 days, is hidden from the public by people that report weather service, then it's time for those reporters to hang higher than Haman because the court of law says they should. This is the biggest flooding event I've ever seen created for Australia. All the years I've been fucking covering it. Don't let them sell you geoengineering as the reason why to protect Cairns. When all the runoff from all this shit is going out into the reefs and the ocean, joining our trash and plastics, wiping out life that we have no right to even decide one bit of what their biosphere should be. And with that said, keep your eyes open, keep vigilant, and show the fucking lies when you see them and they're lying to you. You're being lied to. Lies. Anyways. My God, this is bad. Just give me another minute. I gotta see something. No, this is you Friday. Well, if this is my time, 1 in the morning, it'll be about 10 o'clock in the afternoon that time here on the coast. I'm just going to let this run. This is what they say is going to happen. But really, from here to here is all I'm concerned about right now. Is this big line that's going to come over and cunt the NT, then screw fucking Queensland and wipe out parts of New South Wales with fill your streams to be prepared to receive the deluge that is coming. And if you ain't prepared for this now, then you're not prepared, and you didn't heed my warning. I said 6 days to build an ark, and on the seventh day God will not rest. This is the day God will not rest. My forecast was accurate. Be safe. Big love. Peace.